Now, I know that this is old news at this point, but of course, when the Jets finally decide that Paul Maurice and his tenure as a coach with the Jets is done, happens right at the start of my 8-hour shift, very, very early out here on the West Coast. So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another video here on Peg City Hockey. And today, it's kind of surreal because Paul Maurice is gone. Paul Maurice is no longer the coach of the Winnipeg Jets. He resigned earlier this morning. Assistant coach, now interim head coach, Dave Lowry, who was actually my pick, number one pick on taking this job. If you haven't already seen my video on the coaches and also the career of Dave Lowry as a coach, I'll put it up right there in the corner right now. You can go click on that, check it out, learn more about Dave Lowry, and also see some other options because he's only interim. He's not an official head coach just yet. So, other opinions that I have on who the Jets could hire down the road. But with all that being said, let's talk about this because it's kind of surreal. I'm not going to lie. He's been here for 8 years or longer or less. I can't even tell you because it feels like an eternity. Like, I'm not going to lie. There have been times where I've forgotten that Claude Noel was the coach of the Jets for a while. It just feels that Paul has been here forever. And credit where he's due. Credit is due where it's due. I don't know. I'm tired. I just got home from work. You guys know how I am sometimes. But either way, credit to him for getting this team to where they are. And also, mad respect for how honest and, free he was with his thoughts and opinions in that presser this morning. He said the team needed a new voice. He had not outstayed his welcome in that words. I don't have the exact quotes, but, that type of along the lines of that. And I respect that. I have a lot of respect for Paul Maurice. He did a lot to get us to this point on where we are with the Jets. I haven't been a fan of him since that loss to St. Louis about 3 years ago, I believe now. That's really when my criticisms and the holes started showing through the armor on what Paul Maurice was as a head coach and what the Jets' identity was with him behind that bench. And it's been a slow, long road to get to this point, but it's a necessary one. And I'm very excited to see what the future is. We are in the next chapter of the Winnipeg Jets history, the Winnipeg Jets 2.0 history. And I couldn't be happier. We have a lot of young prospects that are trying to butt onto this team. We have the Cole Perfettis, the Ville Hinolas, the Chaz Lucius a couple years down the line, David Gustafson, Declan Chisholm, Mikael Burden. The list goes on. We've got so many interesting prospects, not to mention guys like Harkins and Vesalainen who are already on the Jets. There's a new age of Winnipeg Jets hockey coming. And Paul Maurice got us to this point. He developed those early prospects. He developed the Mark Scheifele's. He developed the Kyle Connors, the Nikolai Ehlers, the Josh Morrisseys, the Connor Hellebucks, the Andrew Kopps, the Adam Lowrys. Holy crap, the list goes on. Jacob Trouba, every other player we brought in, helping Neil Pionk get to the point where he's at now. There's been a lot of good things Paul Maurice has done, but a lot of bad, in my opinion. I think this is the best of both worlds. I love that the way he went out. He went out with his head held high, and I respect that so much. He didn't shy from the cameras. He was honest. And whether or not he actually came to the organization and resigned or the organization offered him a chance to go out with his head held high, whatever the situation might be there, I wasn't a fly on the wall in that situation. None of us were. But if somehow the information has come out, I haven't seen it yet. But either way, I respect Paul Maurice and the decision he went with how he left this team. And I'm very excited to see what the future will hold with Dave Lowry. Like I said, if you haven't already checked out that video, go do so. I'll plug it again because it does explain a lot about Dave Lowry. I don't want to make this video too long. We've got about half an hour before puck drops for that game against Washington tonight. I just got home from work. I want to relax and have a sandwich. But nonetheless, I am very excited to see what's going to happen. Dave Lowry is tonight. Gustafson's in tonight. It's been confirmed. This is Lowry's name today, and behind the bench is the main guy tonight. I don't know what to expect tonight. I haven't seen the lines. We might see more of what we saw last game, or we might see something completely new in Dave Lowry's iteration of what he wants the Jets to be. I don't know. We'll have to see how the story develops. You know that I'll be covering it. We're going to be having a lot more news now coming out on this channel. We're going to have to do some coaching hunts, look at the possible rumors. I've seen that possibly Randy Carlyle could be linked. I don't know how I feel about that just yet. In my coaching video that I made about a week ago, I said that I would not prefer to have a guy like Carlyle or a Tortorella in case we brought someone like that in because I want someone new. That's still my opinion now, and again, I wouldn't be completely against Randy Carlyle compared to some of the other options that are out there on the unemployed list. I'm looking at you, Mike Babcock, but nonetheless, I like Dave Lowry, and if you ask me, I think you ride with Dave Lowry for a month or two, see how the Jets perform, see if the lineup can get some confidence back in that room, and then maybe from there you look at getting in a new coach. But I think Dave Lowry has a lot to offer. I said that in the coaching video. I said that I really do believe that he has a lot to offer at the NHL level. He's been an assistant coach for bad teams, mediocre teams, and had some pretty good coaches in teams in junior. He's been around. He knows what a successful team is, what a bad team is. He knows how to get the best out of his players. I really am excited to see what he's going to bring to this team. It's still surreal to me that Paul Maurice is gone. Like I said, the man's been here for an eternity, it feels like, and I'm going to miss his presence in the media room. I'm not going to miss his presence behind the bench, especially of late. But he's done a lot for the city of Winnipeg, and I got a lot of respect for Paul Maurice. Like I said, I know I've been a heavy criticizer of him, and I've called him insane. I still thought he was in those situations, I'm not going to take back my words, but that doesn't change that I think Paul Maurice is a great man, a good person, a good human being, and he's done a ton for the city of Winnipeg and helped the Jets get to the point on being a team that could make the Western Conference Final, on being a team that could get to the first round, or at least the playoffs, not being a mediocre team that doesn't make the playoffs, but being a mediocre team that can make the playoffs, especially the last few years. So, take it as you will. I'm going to miss a little bit of Paul Maurice, and I'm definitely not going to miss some things about him as well. So, with all that being said, let me know your favorite Paul Maurice moment down in the comment section below. I think my favorite Paul Maurice moment is probably after the Brian Little hit that happened in Tampa Bay, where he just ripped into the referee. He's got some pretty good moments doing some pressers as well. He's been a funny guy, and like I said, done some great things for Winnipeg. But I think that moment when he just raged at that ref, when he was when his face was so red and going off, that was pretty funny. But let me know your favorite memory down in the comment section below. What was your favorite moment with Paul Maurice behind the Jets bench the last 8 years? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, if you're new to this channel, fan of the Winnipeg Jets, or regardless of whoever you root for, definitely drop a subscription. Help us get to that 2K mark before January 1st. That is the goal. If you could help us get there, I would greatly appreciate that. Turn on notifications if you haven't already. I will be obviously dropping the Washington Capitals game 29, I believe, recap reaction coming out later tonight. I'm also seeing Spider-Man tonight, so that's pretty damn hype. Very excited to see that. No spoilers. So with all that being said, peace, love, and positivity. Have a great rest of your day. Get excited for the new era of Jets hockey to begin. It starts now. And with all that being said, go Jets, go.